It's never gonna happen. I don't care. It's never gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But even just watching her do someone else's in the family, and they did not want any part of it. Remember?
Right,
and
I
was like, she's telling you something.
Yeah.
She's telling you something.
Wow.
Because it's
crazy.
true, and you just know when someone has that talent, it's very apparent. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So good for her.
She
Good
did.
for her.
She did mine, and I was like, "Who's my soulmate?" And she basically, it's funny because my ex that I be dogging out on this show all the time. Everybody know who he is. We after Mother's Day, we started talking again, and he was like spending ridiculous amounts of money on me, like trying to get back in the good graces and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's his love language, is buying presents and stuff. So anyway, she described, she was like, that he's a water sign. He's someone who's very generous, and there's something with children, whether it's your childhood or someone who has children or you have children with. And then she did this candle thing where it's like salt water, and you pour the candle drippings and it forms like a picture. And it grew a picture of a fetus. Like literally, I have the picture of it. Like it looked like an actual fetus. Like
Really?
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
And I was like, it has to be him. I have children with him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're literally describing him. And now, like, we've been seeing each other, whatever, and it's like never been better.
Yeah.
Like it's like night and day.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh, so
Because
everything is good right
everything
now.
is like great. and I normally was like, don't recycle men.
now. Yeah.
A strong hold
Don't
on
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's-
But like
that's my way.
everything's going amazing. So it's just
Okay.
like I never saw that coming either. But I'm like, I'm gonna trust what she says, because
Yeah.
she's been on point. On point with every reading she's ever
Wow.
done.
Wow.
Yeah, someone else she did, and they said she described the person's best friend. So she was like, I didn't want it to be him. I knew it was gonna be him. I'm like, yeah, get him out the friend
Time
zone.
to bring him out the friend zone.
Yo, man.
Wow. That's incredible. That stuff always
crazy.
freaks me out.
It is
does.
freaky, but
Wow. And you live and want your daughter that was my kid. I'll be going for readings all the time.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, like once a week. That's
once
why,
a week,
yeah,
yeah?
once a week I'll do one. I've tried to like let her breathe for a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
They want to go too
But
crazy.
she's so busy doing everybody's
Yeah.
that finally she started like a business out of it. So because she didn't want to charge people before.
Oh, okay.
She was just, doing it just because she loves to do
Yeah.
it. She didn't want to take away from
Yeah.
her passion, and she felt like charging people meant like that she wasn't a real, it wasn't spiritual anymore.
Yeah,
you know what
'cause
I
you're getting
mean?
money,
So, but I was like, listen, like this is a service you're providing
Absolutely.
for people. This is time you're taking out of your day. And you're
Absolutely.
getting repeat customers all the time. And my house is full.
Yeah. Yeah.
You better start charging
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, for real. I hear you.
You know?
It's a transfer of energy, so you need to
Yeah.
be able to, get something for what you're giving, and that's
Right.
a lot of energy. People with talents like that, you know.
The last
Yeah.
person gave her $100
Yep.
just because it was so. They
Spot-
were
yeah.
so amazed.
Really?
Yeah. And so she made these like little trinkets that you could put in your house to like cleanse energy of people coming in. So it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
I was never into that stuff before. But
No,
now I am.
I was always into it.
I love it.
I got so many
Love
readings done. And I've just been like, and then I'll be like, how do they know this? You know what I'm saying? I don't go in there I don't tell them nothing. I make sure I'm not going to say nothing. I go in there just, what's your name? Yeah, what you hear? All right.
Yeah.
And I sit down and they be like, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's incredible the stuff they be like, is this, like, it got to be real because I didn't tell you this.
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
even thinking about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, how would you know that? So I know it's real. I get so many of them. It's crazy. I just got one. And she was like, I was like, what?
What was the main thing you got out of that reading?
The main thing I got out of reading, because I say like a year ago, I had just found out like who my real father is, but he passed.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? He passed.
Man. Yeah.
So I didn't tell her that. I walked in there. I went there to get like a what was it, like an angel card reading or something I had got. Wanted to get. So when I went in there, she kept staring at me, and she was like, she said, "Oh, somebody came in here with you." Somebody came here with you. I said, "No, it's just me. I just came here." She was like, nah, somebody. I'm like, man, I came by myself. What are you talking about? Like, I'm by myself.
Like,
She
you
like,
don't see just me.
no, someone walked in with you when you walked in. I'm like, who walked in? I'm like, I'm about to get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking? Like, you scared?
Don't tell me that.
You already got all this stuff on the walls and it's all quiet. Like, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. Like, I'm scared, man. Like, calm down. So she was like, no, when you came, she's like, sit down. She's like, I know what you're here for, but I don't want to do that because when you walked in, someone walked in with you. And I'm like,
Oh no.
so we
Like, you gonna have to break this down to me.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
what
You gonna have to
talking about?
explain this before I go
Like,
out
where
the
they
door.
at? Like you high? Like, where they at? Like, you know what I'm saying? So she like just
what
sit
window
down.
they came in.
Yeah. So she was like, yeah, this and this and that. She's like, your biological father came in with you. And I didn't tell her, no, I had just found out. At this point, it was like a month or two I just found out. She said your biological father. She didn't say your father, nothing. She said your biological father walked in with you. So when she said that, I was like, oh, whoa. And then she started just telling me stuff, how he felt. You know, and I was like, whoa, I didn't bring it up to her. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about just finding out about my future, about whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want you to talk about him. I was just processing him, you know what I'm saying? And then she just started going in. And then ever since that, I was like, whoa. And she told me how he felt and the reason why, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't there. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. And ever since then, that was my first time getting one. And ever since then, I just kept getting them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, this is crazy. Yeah.
Well, thank God Tyler doesn't see dead people.
Oh, she don't?
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, I know you ain't. Not that one. I wasn't ready. I was like, what? Ain't nobody walking here with me? I don't do that.
Gosh.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's what she said. It was crazy.
Oh my God, that must have been emotional.
Yeah, it was. It was very. I was scared. I was. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, what? And she was just so. And the way the room was set up. Could you imagine walking in? This is my first time doing it. So I see like little stuff on the walls, and I see her all just like it was just
Right.
a weird setup. And I'm like, what is going on? And then when she said that, and I was like, wow. And then she had the cards down, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But when you tell people that, they be like, well, that's some type of witchcraft and all that.
No,
Certain
I don't
people
think
say
so.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They look at it like it's like some witchcraft or some type of demonic type of thing. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
man,
just
listen.
fear because they don't
Yeah,
understand
they
and
don't
they don't
understand.
take the time. Yeah.
People
True.
always fear what they don't understand.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that for all types of things.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, not even just tarot readings.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, we need to embrace our differences. You know,
That's it. And that's what I know. And that's why I don't look at that. I don't view it like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I don't know what it's called, but I know there's like a whole separate thing of those people who are like having premonitions.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And there was a lady in West Hartford who does it, and my whatever you call him now,
What? Your,
the twins' father.
oh, okay. Homie lover friend.
Yeah. Repeat customer. No.
Repeat custom. All right.
He
RC.
we've known each other for like 13 years, but when we first started dating, and I didn't know this till recently, him and his mom used to go see this woman, and she has those type of visions and stuff.
Okay.
So I guess he got a reading once, and she told him, the girl that you're dating, like something has happened to her. And she was like, either she was raped or something with that, you know what I mean? So for her to say that is crazy because that's how I was born. Because my mother was raped and someone tried to rape me, but I'm strong as bull, so
Yeah.
that wasn't happening. That was not going down. But on some real shit, like for her,
that happened? So you know your father?
So he already knew it about me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he had brought it up, and then I had to, explain the whole.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, but he didn't tell me that he knew, but until like much later. Like he told me recently.
Oh.
That he had already. I don't even know how we even got in the subject again, but like he was like, yeah, that the woman that does the readings and stuff for the family, like she had told me when we first started dating about it. And he's like, I had brought it up and you told me like the whole rundown of what happened. But like the fact that and I've had an astrologist do my chart and he knew too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had me in the bar crying, bawling out the bar. Like that's how I met him, because he was doing the reading for the bartender.
Oh, the one
I was
he's
like,
gonna have come for
you
the show.
gotta do
one time.
mine. You gotta do mine. Yeah, he was supposed to come for the show.
Yeah.
Screw you, Tito. He didn't show up, but that would have been a good show.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't
the
in the
same
cards.
thing. He
Yeah, it
right.
wasn't in the
He knew
cards.
too, and I was like, I just thought you were gonna tell me like
Yeah.
whatever. I'm thinking it's gonna be like the type of readings my daughter does,
Yeah.
like what your future's gonna look like or whatever, what your money's gonna look like. And I wasn't expecting him to get that deep.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, it's
I was
crazy.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, like I feel you. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like what? Yeah, it's very intense when you hear stuff like that.
So
I
intense.
gotta go
Yeah,
have
it
one of
is.
these readings.
You gonna have one?
I gotta go have one of these.
Yeah,
I'm
go have
telling
one.
you, when you're ready,
They
I
might
will
scare
bring
the-
her
they
on
might
the
scare the
show
shit out of me.
and have her.
Yeah, do
They
that.
might scare
I
the
want
shit
to
out of
see.
me.
I want to see.
They might
Absolutely.
scare it and bring it right out of me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of. And
Bring
be like,
your
oh yeah,
tissues.
Yep.
bruh.
Bring the tish.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. That stuff is real though. It's real, and some people look at it as some type of, but I don't look at it like I never did. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no way in hell she's supposed to knew that. I didn't tell her that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's something going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Crazy.
He walked in with you. No, what?
I love that though, because it just gives validation that if you are seeking answers, because that's so hard, especially if you have no closure with a person or you lose someone, in
Right.
some crazy accident,
Yeah.
and you just need that closure. You know that they're like, if you find the right person, you got to
Right.
vibe with them too, because
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been like researching this one psychic medium, and I follow her on, like, I watch her Facebook lives because I've been trying to go see her, and I'll go when I'm ready. But she's all about like going through the motions and making sure that she vibes with the person before she does their reading and make sure they're in a good place and ready for it. And
okay.
So it's crazy.
You got to
stuff,
watch
though.
out because some that are doing some bull with it, and they do because my therapist I see, she told me that she sees someone that actually take advantage of.
Oh,
of
yeah.
that. Yeah. take
Oh, they
advantage
will.
of-
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
will.
For
They'll
sure.
go fishing.
Yeah. Exactly.
They'll look for people that are like looking like, or make the surprise eyes in the audience, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's me, and then
Yep.
they'll,
Yep.
oh, well, and
Yeah,
it's
so you gotta
bad.
Make sure,
You
yeah,
do.
exactly. Yeah, you got to be careful because
Make sure they have a moral code.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, they will
Absolutely.
they'll take advantage of you.
But before we wrap up this episode, I just want everybody to go around and give your best advice you could give to someone starting out, venturing off on their own. And I'm gonna start with you, Paige.
So I'm going to definitely say belief is my best tip of advice. Belief in yourself, your products, your company, and your industry, and personal development, man. Always
Yeah.
over everything. Care about yourself first and take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone.
What about you, Steppa?
I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna say belief, but more important, belief first, and then I'm gonna say just whatever you choose to do, research it. Like look into it. Just do the work, because whatever you want to do, you got to put in the work. It's not gonna just come. It's not gonna be easy. You got to put in the work. You have to believe in yourself first and put in the work. Learn about what you want to do. Once you figure out what it is, put the work in. Learn about it, and find if you have a mentor, find a mentor or something to help you through. Then that's good. So first belief, and then get ready to put in that work, and then see if you can find your mentor to help you along the way.
Yeah, the same thing. Belief and just really getting involved and really knowing what you're doing. Like whatever your craft is, whatever your niche is, like research it, get to know it. Don't just dabble in the surface of it. Really
Right,
get
yeah.
in depth with it. I've known in the music, I've known too many people that have just wanted to be artists. I just want to be artists. I just want to be artists. I just want to be artists. They'll tell you that for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And then when they get to the other side and understand the music, the business end of it or the engineering end of it, they're like, well, why didn't I open the door to all of this? Now I actually know the language of what I'm talking, and
Right.
they become that much better of an artist,
Right.
and that can be anything. Same with network marketing, If you don't believe in your product,
Right.
you can't sit down in front of somebody and tell them
Right.
to come join you what you're doing.
Definitely.
You know, so
True.
and that's
Agreed.
any business.
True.
Yeah, and I think I've had a lot of ups and downs, but for me, mainly, I would say have a business plan, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
So that